My question is about the order of Melchizedek. He was a priest to the Most High God,
right,
as Jesus, and he had many of the names that Jesus had, King of Peace, and so forth. And I specifically have a question about Hebrews 7:10, where he's talking about Melchizedek. He says, "For he was yet in the loins of his father when Melchizedek met him." So there's all this mystery about Melchizedek, and I would like to know if you'll share with us whatever you have to share with us.
Well, yeah, he's a real person, okay? He's a real guy. Back in Genesis, he's a king and a priest to God. Before there was an Aaronic priesthood, before there was an official priesthood along with the Mosaic law. This is a priest. What is a priest? A priest is someone who takes people to God. Here is a man who knew the true God. Here is a man who had approached and believed in the true and living God. And he could tell other people how to know God, how to approach God. He is a real priest. He is outside the Aaronic priesthood. So he is a priest of another era. This makes him, in some ways, analogous to Christ, who is also outside the Aaronic priesthood. He's outside the Levitical priesthood. Christ, as you know, is not of the tribe of Levi. He's of the tribe of Judah. So, the writer of Hebrews wants to show that Christ is of a superior priesthood to the Levitical priesthood. The Levitical priesthood came to a screeching end at the crucifixion. Christ is a priest to the Most High God, but of a different order. He's a priest of another kind. And Hebrews is being written to Jews. And the question the Jews would be asking is, well, what other kind of priest is there? And so he is analogous to another priest that they would know about in Genesis named Melchizedek, who, interestingly enough, appears without ancestry, which is analogous to Christ in a sense, who has no prior priestly family from which he comes. So Melchizedek is a priest who's kind of a standalone priest. He is a priest without genealogy, Hebrews 7 says. Doesn't have beginning of days or end of life, which almost makes him appear sort of like an everlasting priest, which again is analogous to Christ. And so he's simply a way to illustrate to the Jews that there's such a thing as a priest other than Levitical priests. And that this is not an inferior priesthood that Jesus belongs to, but a superior priesthood. And the verse that you commented on has to do with Abraham paying tithes to Melchizedek, ascribing honor to him and worship to him, and paying his tithe to God to this priest. And the writer of Hebrews makes the point that Levi paid tithes to Melchizedek in the loins of Abraham. In other words, this is a Jewish concept. Adam sins, we all sinned in Adam. Abraham paid tithes. Levi, who's in the loins of Abraham, also paid tithes to Melchizedek. Therefore, if Abraham and Levi in the loins of Abraham pays tithes to Melchizedek, Melchizedek is a superior priest to Levi. So this is consistent with Jewish thinking, and it's all analogical to show that the Levitical priesthood is not the only nor even the superior priesthood, but that there is a greater priesthood, the priesthood of Christ, which is analogous to the priesthood of Melchizedek. Okay?
Thank you very much.
There's more about that in the study Bible that I wrote a lot about that, or in the commentary that I wrote on the book of Hebrews, where you can dig a little deeper. Okay?
Thank you.